Which play is worth $1 million VC? Both are fantastic, but there can only be one top play of the year. Thanks to everyone who sent us plays this year, it's been incredible. The winner will be announced in our 2K TV Awards show, so check back. This is Scott Moak, signing off. Thanks for an amazing season of top plays.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForge reporting courtside. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nets. Tip-off goes to Orlando. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Collins. Back to Allen. And there's the whistle. Three-second violation. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
Pass to Brown. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Magic. And stolen by Sharp. Bridges, right side. Now Brown. Shoots the three. Johnson with the rebound. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Allen's shot is off. Here's Bridges. Jared Allen grabs the miss. And here's Brunson. They'll bring it up for Orlando. Dort wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
Big make for Dort. That is his bread and butter. Nails the three from the corner.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
When you look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Now here's Brunson. Now the Raptors moving it up. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
And here's the fast break. Johnson can't hit.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game.
At the line for one. Miles Bridges.
And Bridges no good on that one.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
Now here's Williamson. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hey, excellent D there from Allen. And it's Orlando's ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Magic moving the ball around.
2 minutes left in the first.
Brunson scanning the floor. And then Johnson with the jam.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly. Changed his mind during the layup. You can't be indecisive there. Tried to pull off another shot and missed it. Indecisiveness is never good when you're shooting the basketball.
Raptors trailed by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Drives to the hoop. Rebounded by Allen. And so here's Orlando. And here's Brunson outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
He could have walked to the basket.
And Johnson with the stuff.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Shots good by Carr.
Beautiful reverse using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
To the inside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Toppin.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Down low. Allen's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Pass to Schroeder. Left side Collins. And a missed layup. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Magic lead by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
17.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play. but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And here is Williams. Anthony drawing the double team. Stolen by Allen. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, before games, Jared Allen makes a point of fist bumping and connecting not just with the teammates and coaches, but team staff, security, ball boys. He said it's showing everybody love. They're all a part of it. I'm getting them hyped for the game, and it gets me going too. Kevin?
All about that connection. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Magic leading by 14.
Now it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Teams changing it up here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Dort misses. Raptors trailed by 14. Here's Sharp. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Inside. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Johnson. Collins with some nice D. And here's Toronto. Brown deciding where to go with it. And Brown throws it down.
Just awesome speed from Brown. Blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Mitchell with it. Picked up by Brown. They kick it out to Green. Outside, Dort. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Dort's got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic. Here's Sharp. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Mitchell outside. Collins grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams making some changes here. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Brunson draws the double. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the three. And, boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Here's Williamson. DeRozan with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Brunson, that's a two-pointer. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Brunson's got 10 points in the game.
You know, with his first step, Brunson is really hard to contain in the two-man game.
Pass to Sharp. Good D by Johnson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
DeRozan has that old-school game, a throwback wing. He's not just a three-point chucker, and that makes him a different kind of matchup.
That one doesn't drop.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
There's the three. And he was able to put it up in time, but it doesn't fall. And so it's the Orlando Magic in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you, Kevin.
All for one. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Raptors trailed by 16. Anthony left side. Pass to McClung. And he dunks it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
It is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
On the free throw, no good.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
Here's Anthony. Rebound by the Magic. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Raptors foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Dort. Another miss by Orlando. Raptors trailed by 18. Brown jams it in.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. The Raptors making a switch here. Magic leading by 16. Johnson right side. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way. Look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And here are the Raptors now, after the Magic pick up 2.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Now here's Williamson. Hasn't made one yet. Bridges misses. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Magic. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball with a Finals MVP award. And I can say, sort of surprising, he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. Big time. Big time hops on display there. What a throwdown by Brown.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Magic leading by 12. Brunson outside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Going inside. And the dunk by Carr.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And Johnson just hanging out in the corner, waited patiently there for the triple.
And Toppin throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
Into his mid-30s, the veteran DeMar DeRozan holding up well, Greg.
And such a consistent presence for his team. DeMar plays at his own speed, and he has mastered the art of the mid-range. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the second free throw, good.
It's pretty clear that DeMar DeRozan is an outstanding athlete. He can outrun you. He might outwork you, and he's able to be everywhere on the floor, and he does it with kind of a unique grace and finesse.
And the dunk by Carr.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
For three, the Magic again can't hit. Jumps up. And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. They played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And the timeout called by Darko. Rajakovic. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He said to them, quote, "We've worked hard to come back. We have them on the ropes, but we have yet to land the knockout blow. We'll see if they can. Back to you."
Thank you once again, Allie.
He managed to knock down one triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Orlando. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
Brown inside the line. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Magic leading by 12. Back to Dort. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
6'3", 215 pounds. Lou Dort is one strong guard. Hard to handle for defenders.
And he sinks the second. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Looking to get it going. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Strong and explosive Jaylen Brown is a tough matchup in the painted area.
And that one's good. Iguodala. And the Magic lead by 13.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Sharp on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Both teams deciding to change it up. Williamson outside. Oh! The dunk!
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
Now Allen. Now Miller. Here's DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Williamson. Toppin.
Aggressive work in the lane. Toppin has the size and he has the bounce.
First team foul.
No good on that one. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
Taken away by Hayes. Here's Jackson. Oh, what a finish.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And Jackson no good on that one. Miller surveying the floor. There's a good screen. Throws it down. What an assist!
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
And Toronto has possession. Carr with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up.
Personal foul. Third team fouls. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
They led by as many as 18 points. Now Allen. The shot misses. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now.
Taken away by Hayes. So it's Orlando winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that about wraps it up.
June competition is scorching in King of the Court presented by AT&T, with a weekly $10,000 prize for the winner, along with 1 million VC. Congratulations to multi-time King of the Court winner, Defensive Guy, rising up to grab last week's crown. You could be next. Get your best lineups together and rack up those wins. The crown is up for grabs every weekend. Don't miss the chance to take the throne.
YouTube was good, man. What's good with y'all? What's up? Let me get that, bro.
We are back in the studio today, and we have a very special guest from the 2K community. Swagface, what's going on? It's Alexis here with Chris and John. How are you doing today?
Doing really good.
Pleasure to be here. I'm grateful for you guys having me here.
So I heard a great story that LD2K saw you. I want you to tell me the story, Swagface.
Oh, man. Christmas Eve, loaded up with my boy Brian, my team. I'm like, yo, that's LD. And I think he had his Christmas clothes on with his hat.
That's right. Have to be festive, man, you know?
And we go to game chat, and there he is in game chat. And I'm like, yo, it's crazy. To see and be with one of the developers that you literally grew up on, it's kind of a crazy story.
We went on a win streak, but one of the things that I found out about you is you create content around my teams.
It was a long time ago. It's been a journey. I really just enjoyed making content.
So what made you want to play my team this year?
That game mode literally kept me playing the game throughout the whole year. Like, it's always something new. Every week it's something new. Every day it's a new challenge. It's a new event. It's a new pack. It's a new super pack. So
if you could pick a starting 5 of the My Team cards released this year, what would your favorite starting 5 be?
I haven't played with a point guard, Ben Simmons, but I think that for sure would be what I want to see on my 5 for sure. KD is really broken. I think KD at the 2 is broken.
I think KD at any position is broken.
Invincible Chet for sure at the 3. I think Ralph Sampson at the 4 for sure. And the 5, I probably would say 100 Yao.
100 Yao, okay.
Now, one of the cool things I like about you is you can take a myriad of cards and have great success with them. What's so much fun about taking these specific cards and having these great games with them?
The biggest thing for me is I treat it like my play, right? It's more of a challenge to come out there with, low overall people. But when you go out there and you start cooking, it's like, this guy's a god. Who is this guy? I like what I like. If I see someone with max hotspots, good shooting, good jump shot, animations, I'm going with the card. I don't care about the overall.
And you said you've been playing 2K since 2K7. What has been your favorite thing that has improved or been introduced to the game since then?
The builders definitely have grew within the years for sure. You're able to make a crazy amount of builds with almost unlimited potential.
What advice would you give to people jumping into my team?
Dishmaster. Run Dishmaster. Look it up. Playmaking take. A lot of people don't know about it. Run across people that don't know what Dishmaster is. Run that takeover and thank me later.
From day 1 for me. That's day 1 for me.
Day 1. What is it about Dishmaster that you like so much?
It turns people with slow jumpers, slow windups, non-confident shooters into shooters, right?
Why do you think you shoot better when you play with me?
Dishmaster.
What advice would you give to people looking to improve their lineups?
The super packs drop every Tuesday. You got to get on it. Go on the market. You try and snipe whatever you can for super cheap. Sell it for higher. Then you go buy better cards, do challenges, go on streaks, rip up. There's so many ways to upgrade your lineup. There's so many different ways to explore, see what works for you. Go stack up that MT.
And one thing I'd like to recommend anyone coming over from my career, if you've been playing all year, if you've been getting to level 40, you have a bunch of rewards waiting for you in my team.
Yep.
People that normally play a lot of my career always tend to hit 40. They don't ever touch my team normally at the end of the year, so they're just sitting on millions MT, millions of packs, thousands of packs.
Are there any NBA or WNBA players that you've learned about by using their My Team cards?
100%. I think the first player was Azores.
The crowd is assembled at the American Airlines Center looking for a Mavericks win here in downtown Dallas. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Maxey, no good. So tonight, Tim, we got a fantastic matchup at the guard position. Indeed, some of the best in the league going head-to-head.
Yeah, this is the very top of the food chain when it comes to guard play in this league. Really no weaknesses out there for either backcourt.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Another shot, and he sinks the layup.
Well, he just outworked everybody there. Give him credit. He deserved to be rewarded for that effort.
Knipple wide open, and he fires. Knocks down the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from Coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Kevin, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Maxey. Fires from 14. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, that's tougher. It will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Back to Brown. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer.
And if you look at these early years for Tyrese Maxey's career, you can see he has increased the number of threes he's taken year by year.
That one drops for him.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Takes the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Maxey's got 6.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Here's Sharp. Takes it inside. Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And it's Brown missing.
Still searching for his first bucket of the night. He is struggling, and so is his team.
Lots of room. And he hits the jump shot. Raptors trailed by 5. Pass to Sharp. Raptors get it back. Goes back up. Brown outside. 4 on the clock. And Brown throws it down hard.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Dallas leading by 3. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With the Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Dallas.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And what a great job they have done sharing the ball. This is what team basketball looks like, and I love to see it.
And the dunk by Carr.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Ring shot on the way. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Joe Gould. Just 3 on the clock. Oh, throws the buzzer-beating dunk. And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
Here is Carr. And the rebound goes to Martin. Mavericks leading by 6. It's Martin on the wing. Sims with the rebound.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Raptors. And following this one, take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Dallas moving it around. Here's Porter. Count it.
They found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And Williamson throws it down.
That is a powerful finish. Zion is an intimidating presence.
Outside for Martin. Sims with the rebound.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
I'm not sure what he was thinking right there, but we see this in this game sometimes.
Here is Carr. And that one drops.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. You've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
He sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Man, he had the speed on the runway, and he took off for that dunk.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, "It's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe." Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie.
And solid at just cutting through the defense. Give Bridges a lane, and he'll make you pay.
Knipple with the bucket.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Collins. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots.
Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Back to Brown. Fires the 3. Missed that one. Still looking for his shot. Just 2 for 9. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Here's Brown. Outside Collins. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Dallas. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Now, here's Sean. He has 6. Can't cash in from close range. It's Joe on the wing. Drills it from outside. Joe's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Well, this run has given them a bit of separation, but few leads in this league are safe.
And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Sims with the rebound. Raptors trailed by 10.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And great. A dunk like that is sure to give them a spot. And so that brings the first half to a close. Mavericks ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 14-6 run. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Raptors trailed by 8. Pass to Jackson. Back to Williamson. To the inside. Here's Sims. And he takes. That one up and powers it through.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
And that one's good. Maxey.
And it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Tim, one thing for sure, when Zion Williamson is right, he can carry all by himself in offense.
Well, there is no question he is an athletic freak. There is no answer for him when he is playing aggressively.
Pass to Carr. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Maxey feeling it out a bit. Over Williamson. Again, the Mavericks score.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
To end the run, it's hauled in by Zubac. Mavericks leading by 13. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw this game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Brown. Jaylen Brown running the floor.
A menace in transition. I love seeing Brown attacking like that.
Here's Knipple. Connects from three-point range. Knipple's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs. Now Sharp. He's got 6. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he can't jam it through. To the middle. Bridges with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break.
And what a player Jaylen Brown has become. My goodness.
Mavericks leading by 12. Pass to Knipple. Some nice passing here by Dallas. For the 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Back to Bridges. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blooper.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges.
Timeout.
That's his first foul. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Both teams will make substitutions. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Porter. Here's Knipple. 9 points in the game so far.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And there's the drive. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. Out to the right wing. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And you've seen Maxey elevate his game every single year. He has now turned into one of the game's premier scorers.
It's rebounded by Carr. Raptors trailed by 17. Stolen by Knipple. The finish. And it's in there. He's got 8.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
And the dunk by Jackson.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And that one's good. Maxey.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's McClung. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Mavericks. And of everything he's doing well, it's
Toronto, 33.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Here's Porter. Drives to the hoop. Kicks it out to Maxey. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Dallas. Some solid defense from Brown.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Isaiah Joe picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Brown drives in. Brown jams it in.
A supremely athletic player. Brown really stuck it to them there.
And they double up Maxey. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. Porter, no luck. Raptors trailed by 18. Here's Collins. Here's Sharp. Second shot opportunity. 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. Can't convert the two-handed jam. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Comes up empty down low. And the Raptors with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Dallas leading by 18. Picked by Horford. Nifty move. Pass to Joe. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Here's Sharp. Rebounded by Joe. Here are the Mavericks now. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's foul number 2 for him. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Teams changing it up here. Outside, Maxey. A three-pointer is right on target. Maxey's got 25 points in the game.
That's 5 threes for him tonight and his third of the half.
Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those time dunks shake the floor.
Three-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss. And here we go with Toppin running it up the court. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Mavericks leading by 19. Here's Maxey. And he uses the glass on the layup. 27 points for him.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard, in the paint.
Here's Williamson. Oh, he misses the dunk. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. It's hauled in by Zubats. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big
Nice.
Look at that. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. A different look for Dallas. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Williamson left side. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
Yeah, mistakes like that have been the story of the game. They lack cohesion offensively.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Takes the three. Gillespie, that's good.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. 14 feet away. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Joe. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And the dunk by Carr.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that love it.
I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups. From point guard to center, this game should be a good one.
There's so many incredible front court players in the history of the WNBA. And we have a great matchup tonight between two of the best currently going at it.
Hey, look at the skill set of that matchup tonight. It's as elite as you can get in the entire W.
Well, they both do so much for their teams every time they take the court. This is truly a marquee matchup that everyone has tuned in to see.
Outside, Stewart. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Aces. Here's Bell. Some solid defense from Brianna Stewart.
Back in 2020, the Liberty won the draft lottery and took Sabrina Ionescu with the first pick. Good decision.
Oh, a great decision. I mean, she has changed this franchise. An all-WNBA selection multiple times. New York has made the playoffs every year Sabrina's been healthy. And she was a big reason the Liberty won their first title ever in 2024.
Now here's Gray. Here's Smith. Yes! Great play by Chelsea Gray to set it up.
Nice move by Nalissa Smith inside, getting herself the high percentage look.
On offense, here the Liberty. Pass to Sabali. Jones. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Now here is Stewart. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing her first attempt.
At 6'4", with her abilities, it's almost impossible to stop Stewart down low.
Here's Wilson. Here's Smith. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Not much the D can do once she gets to the bucket.
Pass to Stewart. Ionescu. Screen by Stewart. Ionescu misses. And here is Gray. For three. And Donquel Jones pulls it down. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Shoots the three. Nailed from three-point land.
With an inside-out game that confuses and overwhelms defenders, Jones is a well-rounded offensive talent.
Inside. Wilson in the post, working on Jones. A nice shot by Wilson.
You love her presence on this team as a scorer. It has a calming effect for them. She's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. No good on that shot. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Liberty. They're up by one. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter going. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Not a lot of complaints, I would imagine, from their side.
They hit the ground running and had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
And right before the 2025 WNBA season, Chelsea Gray won Finals MVP of the new 3-on-3 league.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch that 3-on-3 league. Gray playing during the offseason, adding another title to her resume. She's got gold in the games, a few titles in the WNBA as well for good measure.
A premier interior scorer, Jones's physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
To the inside. Here's Lloyd. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake freezes the D.
Give credit where credit's due. Terrific assist inside.
Here's Johannes.
Gray defending. Allen with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. And that one's good. Jones.
takes great angles when crashing the glass. Jones has mastered the art of rebounding.
Now a timeout called by Las Vegas. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Well, 2024 was the final season of Diana Taurasi's WNBA career, a player that many refer to as the GOAT.
Absolutely. I mean, the all-time leader in points scored, 3-time WNBA champion, 14 all-WNBA team selections, 6 gold medals at the games. The list just goes on and on.
Yeah, we could spend the entire game talking about what DT did. I mean, she inspired generations of players and fans by helping build and sustain the success of this league.
Now here is Ionescu.
Outside, Lainey Hamilton.
Pass to Stewart. 6 to shoot.
A rebound by Parker Tyus.
The Aces trailing. Here's Young. And here's Gray. The shot goes in. First of the night, she is 1 for 3 to start the contest.
You know, I think the size of Gray sometimes surprises opponents. Yes, she's a 1, but she's almost 6 feet and just so strong.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. And Bell pulls it down. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Gray missing.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Here's Ionescu. It's hauled in by the Aces. Allen with the steal. Pass to Jones.
And Hamilton left side.
Oh, no good on the buzzer beater. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Liberty out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break, and we'll see if one can pull away in the third. You have to like what we're seeing from Jonquel Jones.
Her play in the first half was very disciplined, very efficient. Her shot selection was consistently excellent.
That's right, and whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, she's taking only what the defense is giving her and not trying to do too much.
The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first 2 quarters.
Well, when you think about the best organization in the W, Las Vegas has to be near the top of the list.
I mean, no team has won more over the last 5 years, but also no one has invested more with their own dedicated practice facility, improved arena as well. The Aces are very serious about winning.
Bell, Lane Hamilton covering. Smith inside. Sabali's there. Just 5 on the clock. For the lead. The rebound by the Liberty. Outside Stewart. Nice defense from Asia Wilson.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get her off balance.
Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket. Jones outside. Back to Stewart. Ionescu. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, the decision-making in Ionescu is so good. Knows when to pass, knows when to take it in the pick and roll.
It's been an incredible career and journey for Jonquel Jones.
You think about it, I mean, she was born in the Bahamas, drafted out of a mid-major school, just 6 points per game as a rookie. But Jones has worked herself into an MVP, WNBA champion, one of the great stories in league history. Played some hard-nosed D in the paint there. Well done.
That really was a good job protecting the bucket. Held her ground nicely.
Now here's Ionescu. She's got 5.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Wilson with it, guarded by Sabali. Back to Wilson. From outside the arc. And the Aces get it back. Yep, that goes.
Such a high motor player, Melissa Smith, relentless on the boards.
And shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Screen by Stewart. 3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Another miss by Sabrina Ionescu. Over to the left wing. Here's Bell. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
3-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. It doesn't go for her. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Aces on top, leading by a point. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. 4th quarter action getting started. Outside Young. Out to Gray. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
Pass to Jones. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Wilson pulls it down.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
Now here's Wilson. Here's Bell. Drills the 3-pointer.
Quality dish by Wilson. Good heads-up basketball helps her find the open player.
About 1 minute played here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Stewart. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
It's absolutely essential to answer them back with a 3 of their own. And that gets this crowd going nuts.
Yeah, a close game like this, every possession is crucial. They've got to give as good as they get.
Now a timeout called by Las Vegas. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Young. Pass to Gray. Now Bell. Up top, Wilson. Goes up, high post. Yes, and it's Alyssa Smith picking up the assist.
Explosive first step with an accurate mid-range J. It's part of what makes Wilson so tough to guard.
Now here's Lainey Hamilton.
Three-pointer, Brianna Stewart. The rebound by Asia Wilson. The Aces leading. Pass to Gray. On the shot clock. Back to Wilson. Shoots over Jones. And it's Wilson missing. And it's New York's ball. Now Jones. He's guarded by Wilson.
A great feel for when the team needs a big play. Jones is a timely and dependable scorer.
Sinks the clutch free throw.
He's the player you want at the charity stripe in that situation. I got no doubt about that.
And the Aces call time here. Young. Pass to Wilson. Shoots over Jones. Wilson no good. This is a huge possession.
You have to execute, be calm under pressure right here.
Back to Sabali to take the lead. The offensive rebound.
Courageous in the clutch. I don't think Stewart is bothered by pressure moments.
Well, they need every bucket they can get here.
They're still alive, but they better execute every trip down the floor or their chances aren't looking too good.
Now here's Gray to the paint. Wilson, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and, just hope for some misses.
Yep, they have to extend the game and use every last second on that clock.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a three-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time, and she really wanted that one.
Chance to tie it up here.
A three-pointer would do just that.
Defense knows that too.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
You have to foul. but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
No other option, though. They did a good job getting it in her hands and making sure she was the one who'd go to the line.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Now that's how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And so it's New York winning this one. And they didn't make it easy on themselves for their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, there were some times that momentum shifted either way, especially early on. But give the team credit for sticking right with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll wrap it up